Next, we are going to go to a Cheeky Tint and Glow.
And this one is called, it's in French, La Beauté.
La Beauté.
So we love this color. Again, they come in other colors,
yes.
but we love this particular color because it's just a really good, natural, kind of flushed look. And blush is personally one of my favorites because I always think it just makes everybody look more alive, more awake, more fresh. So if you're tired, it's a good detractor. If you have dark circles, if you do a little rosy blush, it really detracts from that look and it makes you look more alive, more fresh, and youthful, which is what we all want.
That's right. So I just don't want people to be afraid. Go ahead and put it on and we can show
I'm going to use a brush, just so you know. You can use your finger if you're, again, in the carpool lane, you're quick, you want to pull it out and use your finger. I do it all the time, but since we're here, we're doing a photo shoot, we're going to use a brush.
Okay, so again, when you guys go to the Reshape site, Reshape Live site, in the treasure section, you will find the Girlactik kit. When you start looking at the products within that kit, my favorites are listed for you, but you can purchase any color that you like. I just want to explain this color specifically because when you look at it, it looks like, oh my gosh, it's red. Like I can never wear red. It's one of my beauty tips and tricks that I've been using for years because of you.
Yes.
I always use like a reddish tint because of all those things, because it's youthful, because it detracts from the dark circles. And again, it all depends on how much you want to put on. You could just literally put a tiny, tiny bit on and it'll be great. Or you can like add a little more. Sometimes I do a powder blush first and then I go back with just a tiny bit of that little bit of a red pop on the apples. And it just looks like sort of like a flush from within. Like you would look, you know, if you ran around the block and got a little hot.
Exactly. Look at how pretty that looks. That looks amazing. And the other thing too, you always want to be careful when you're doing your makeup. That's what I love about this blush, is that it's a cream. I do love a powder blush, but I don't love when you have too many dry powdery products on your face. So I think you should kind of intertwine them so it looks more fresh. Like
dewy,
the cream gives like more of a fresh, more of a dewy, creamy look on the face, because if you have powder and then powder blush and powder shadow, it looks
makeup-y. When people look at your face, they're going to say, oh my gosh, she has so much makeup on. Instead of looking at your face and like, oh my gosh, you have such beautiful skin. That's what you want. You want the makeup to enhance your skin.
Exactly.
And, you know,
this is the best trick. I kid you not. The best trick is this rosy blush to fake really good skin. So don't forget that, because anytime I too wear like rosy, everyone's like, your skin. And I'm like, oh no, it's the blush. I put on makeup.
This is where I get all my makeup tips from.
And it takes like 2 minutes. You can pop this in your purse, has a little mirror, little dotted on. Good to go.
You could even put a little bit of the, I mean, I even sometimes tap it on my lips. I'll tap it a little bit on my lip. Like, you know, you can really do a lot of different things with this.
I do want to show you guys, so you did probably notice too, we have a little highlighter here as well. So we have the blush, the highlighter. So I'm going to show you with the highlighter, we can just use our finger. And we're just going to kind of tap and blend. And these are the places that you want to highlight.
Yeah,
just
please.
On the cheekbones.
Because I think people get confused about where to actually put the highlighter.
So you just put a little bit, and you just want to use the ring finger and just kind of lightly pat and blend. You can kind of see, look at how pretty that is. So that just gives a little glow. It highlights the cheekbone. And you can also do a teeny bit up here if you want.
Above, right below the brows, right?
Yep, right underneath the brow bone. And then I always like to do a little bit, just a touch on the bridge of the nose, just to give like a little glow there. I'm going to do the other side here. And
they always say, and tell me your thoughts, to put your highlighter where the sun would naturally hit your face. Is that true?
Yeah, exactly. Just where you would have like a natural kind of like glow on the
face. And
again,
ladies, in the daytime, like when you're out and about, you always have to be really careful, I think, with your makeup. You don't want to put a ton of like highlighter on. You know, it's at night and in photos it looks really, really great, but in the daytime it's fine, you know, just like a tiny, tiny bit.
Exactly.
Because it also like gives that kind of that shimmer, but you don't want to like go to town with that highlighter because it just becomes a little bit too much.
And I also want to add to that too, there's a fine line between, like I remember when highlighter first came out, I was like, oh my gosh. And then I'd look in photos and look like totally greasy. So there's a fine line that exactly what she just said, just a little bit where the sun would hit, a little bit on the cheekbones, touch on the bridge of the nose, a little bit underneath the eye, but that's it. You just want to be careful. You don't want to put it round on your cheeks or too much, because then it starts to look like a greasy mess. We don't want to look like that.
And also, we're coming from the place where, you know, I am 46. I'm not going to share Davia's age.
Oh, I will. I'm 50. So.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm so glad you did that, because we're owning it, right?
Exactly.
So we're really we're doing makeup for for our skin, for aging skin, fine lines and wrinkles. And, you know, it's not the same makeup that you would do when you were 20-something years old. Nope. You know, you see all those great YouTube videos with all these kids with the contour and the highlighter and the powder and the thing. Oh, yeah. And yes, they look like, whew.
Yeah.
That's not our skin. We're not that anymore.
No.
So now we're adjusting that makeup to what our skin is actually going through.
Exactly. Because as you age, it is true. You still want to wear makeup, but you want to focus more on just defining, but less is more, and how you apply it and what products you use. Again, not too much powder, just fresh creams, and just have that natural glow, but still with definition.
And that's why I was so excited about to do this partnership with Girlactik, because these products for me serve that part, exactly what we're saying.
Exactly.
We're using them today for a photo shoot, but really it's for that everyday life, that simple, on the go, quick, glowy, you look put together with
easy to use,
little effort.
Absolutely.
So that's why I was so excited to share this with you guys. Okay,